someone who was organized, someone who was clean, just, had some stuff together.
I am clean. I'm unorganized.
I didn't say it was you. You feeling offended?
No, is there somebody else around? Welcome to the Cold Life. We have a very interesting topic that we want to talk about today.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We have been having conversations about dating, and y'all, we're just going to get really real about some stuff that we've been talking about. Like, we have some topics.
Now, it's been 11 years since we started dating.
Yeah.
But we still have opinions.
We still have something to say.
But before we talk about it, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to our channel, and...
yeah, let's go.
No.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
She likes saying that.
So we have had some conversations with our friends just about dating now versus dating back then. And this is one of the things that I've realized. When you are dating somebody, maybe mid-20s or even in your teens, because you're graduating from high school, we have some followers that are like that. I just feel that not all men, whether you've had a bad relationship or it is, rocky right now or whatever, I don't know if all men purposely play games. There are some, but I don't think all men purposely play games, because every person that I know that have dated for a long period of time or just in a dating relationship, I feel like there are some that play games, but some guys just don't know how to date. They are confused. They think they know what they're doing.
I don't think it's that guys don't know how to date. Let me stand up for my brethren. I think it's more so it is a process.
They're trying to figure themselves out.
What they want. They're trying to find where they are in life. They're trying to see if it's a perfect fit or not. And it's a process of finding that out. And what they don't know always how to do, like I can speak for myself, what I didn't know how to do was navigate that figuring out process properly, so as to, and I will say this clearly, so as to not string a woman along while you're figuring it out. It is truly guys pursuing what they think they want as they're also trying to figure out what they want.
Because you don't want to let her go.
That's it. Because finding someone for lifetime is serious. So any guy who takes that seriously is really like looking through this whole thing and trying to figure it out. But you're developing feelings and emotions through that process. And it's hard to balance.
I think that's where that conversation of do you go on breaks or not to figure yourself out, I feel like that's a hard conversation to have.
I'm a yes.
I'm a no.
Let's talk about it.
It's either yay or nay for me. But it's like...
No, sometimes breaks are healthy. If done appropriately, spaced from one another, whether it be because y'all getting too hot and heavy or because you're figuring things out.
That makes sense. Like if you're figuring things out on a spiritual level, yes. But we're talking about this where you are still figuring yourself out. And then you say like, oh, I'm not sure how I feel about you. And then you want to take a break so you could think about it.
It's okay. Let's say you just need a week to go on it's like a sabbatical. If you go on a sabbatical that is healthy for your mental health, for your spiritual health, trying to figure your life out, your relationship out. If you need a sabbatical, go take a sabbatical, call it a break, call it whatever you want, time away. If you need more than a week or however long, then there may be an expectation that maybe you're not asking this person to stay exclusive with you until you figure it out. Give them, you guys agree that it's okay that you start looking or talking to other people until you know more about how you feel, until your feelings are more solidly placed, But I think they can be healthy.
Having God figure out, is this break healthy? Because I feel like you need to figure out, is this relationship worth having a break over? Because sometimes it's not. Sometimes you're like, you know what? I don't know if this is a good fit. What if my man is in that week that you're taking a break? What if the husband that God's called me to be? That's what I'm saying. Like, what if I'm missing out in that week?
You can't deal with what ifs.
Second thing, I me and my friend, Janae, we had a great conversation about this. If you are prone to falling in love, you cannot bring the guy that you are talking to after you have fallen in love. You need to bring your friends around. If your friends are your family, or if you have cousins that you're close with, whoever, you need to bring them around the first date.
Bring an inner circle.
You need to bring your friends in immediately.
We can't trust you.
Can't trust you.
We can't trust you with your own emotions and feelings because they have betrayed you before.
They have betrayed, yes.
They have not done you well.
And you have to look in yourself and see, are you that person?
For me, what I realized was that there were some women that I was like smitten over or just intrigued or infatuated with. Give it some time and I actually would go out with them, get to know them a little bit. After a couple dates, I'm like, actually, I don't know why I was infatuated with this person. I don't have anything in common and I actually wouldn't even really want to hang around them that much. So like, I'm good.
That's real conversation, y'all. That's real conversation.
Time.
I'm not that person that falls in love.
Not at all.
It's so funny because some of my friends are that person and I am not that person. And it's been proven that I'm not that person because I think I grew up with just a bunch of guys. So when Brian would do nice things for me, they would make me feel some type of way, but I was like, wait a minute.
She would still, keep me in place.
Yeah.
And in proper place. Like, this was beautiful. This was so nice. But you still need to be this.
Yes. Now, I think that's something that I will not change. If I were dating right now, I would not change that.
No.
Because I feel like actions speak louder than words, but I also need you to tell me where you're at. The words are powerful right now. I need you to say something. So that is something I would not change. If to switch things, I would say one thing that I think I was not comfortable with when we first started dating that I would feel more comfortable with now is reaching out to guys. Some people think differently about it, but I am I'm just a little more traditional, but I think there's a way of giving signs that you are interested in you reaching out.
And the thing is, you can show interest, but don't be going over the top, just swooning over them, trying to get them to talk to you. Like, that's just doing too much.
All up in their face.
So one of the things that we were discussing is this concept that we hear a lot of, like, there's just no good men out here, or there's just no good women out here, and like it's slim pickings and hard to find a good one nowadays, not as much as it used to be, and all these things. And the question has come up, like, do you lower your standards a little bit? Not extravagantly, extremely, but do you lower your standards a little bit? And I feel it personally. I don't know how you feel. We haven't talked about this. I feel personally, this is one of those time-resistant things. This fundamental core thing about dating is do not lower your core standards, but be very careful about some of your light or materialistic standards. Or that's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to figure out a word for it.
And that's hard because what if it's something like height, like
thank God I'm 6 foot. Do you lower your standards with your faith, with your belief systems, with things that are core and fundamental to you? Never, ever, ever.
What about attractiveness? This is interesting. So what are you saying with attractiveness?
You have to be attracted to the person.
But you're saying, so what if I'm attracted
I'm sorry, that is not universal, but that is... let's start this part over again. This is getting hairy. So, okay, for attraction, for me, there has to be attraction. For me, it has to be physical. But I know for other relationships, it's not always physical. So, or they may have part of the physical, but not everything they wanted, or things like that. And that's person by person, situation by situation. But there needs to be attraction.
For us, y'all, just us, we're talking. But I feel like if you have a standard when it comes to certain things, you are saying that there are some lighter standards or lighter materialistic things that could change. So what are those?
Let's give some examples. Let's give some examples of lighter standards.
I'm about to say, what is it?
Can I share?
Whisper what it is. Okay, that's fine. That was a standard back in the day?
It would have been nice. So, example of a lighter standard for us. What I was hoping for or looking for was someone who was organized, someone who was clean, just, had some stuff together.
I am clean. I'm unorganized.
I didn't say it was you. You feeling offended?
Is there somebody else around?
So when we started dating, Lexi was just very messy, just unorganized, stuff everywhere, not together. She was clean, wasn't nasty at all, but just unorganized. Mm-hmm. And that was one of those things. It's like, okay, can we grow in this area? Do we see improvement in this area? Is it a make it or break it? No, it's absolutely not. But was it something that I had on my list or want? Yes, absolutely. But I know people who say, got to have a college degree, got to have a GPA over this.
Got to be making this amount of money.
Oh, yeah.
Now, again, we're talking about younger times. I think as you get older, does that change? Can that be open? Because that's kind of hard when somebody is making more money. It's like, how do you have those conversations? How do you talk? That's not easy.
I believe with something like money, that it's a touchy subject, but I think you can have a certain standard of he has to be able to provide for himself, take care of himself, be independent. Those are things that I think are fair standards.
To me, my biggest thing is being open to what God is saying, because sometimes we have this list, right? And there's so much on this list that if something is a little off, a little tweak that is not on that list, then we're not even hearing from him. We're like, nope, that's not God, because I have this list. Yeah. It's like we just aren't open. And that's the biggest thing that I care about. There's millions of people in the world. Like, let's be open to the people that God could bring around.
These were just random thoughts that we were thinking about dating that have come up in conversation the last couple of weeks. We're like, let's talk about it.
And we want to have a conversation with you guys because we talk to a lot of people who are single and who are looking, and we have these conversations with our friends, and these are topics that we talk about. And we were like, why don't we just share with our community, share some of the things that we've learned and also are learning from people that are dating now. And I want to answer this question, and I've answered it before, but I want to make it clear, is that if you are single and you are trying to figure out the best way to be single during this time or how to handle your singleness, find some people that are handling singleness well. Of course, I always mention my friend Janae. I think that she is a great person that handles singleness well. And when I mean singleness well, I mean like she lives her life. She's not constantly thinking about being with somebody, and she's also real about her emotions with being with somebody and having, a relationship, all of that, and balancing those things. So I want to make sure that I make that clear, is that I don't want, yes, absolutely have married friends, absolutely talk with them about how it is to be married, just like most of Janae's friends are all married, but be around other single people that are living their life well. And not just, sit in a house. There's a whole life to live.
And I think my quick tidbit of advice, this is, a lighthearted conversation, but in all seriousness, I think that when you are dating, you are looking for a life partner that you are going to spend the rest of your life with. Mm-hmm. That is serious. You do not want to make the mistake and be with the wrong person for the remainder of your years on this planet.
Yes.
Before you go to heaven. Like, that is just not what you want. What you want is to find the person that truly fills you to overflowing. You're already full because God has put everything in you, but who makes you burst at the seams with laughter? Who just clicks with you and has chemistry with you right off the bat? Make a conversation easy. I just truly believe that you should take the time, the process, the prayer, the evaluation, everything that it requires as you're going through that to make sure you're with who you need to be with.
Yeah. This is more of a conversation. So let us know what you think in the comments. And I want to hear what your dating experience has been. Has it been similar to this? What has it looked like? And let us know.
Have a good day. By the way, quick update. Aza's still up talking.
Yep.
She'll be fine.
She'll be fine. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.